Hi, Joe Alton, MD here, also known as Dr. Bones of the survival website doomandbloom.net, co-author of the Book Excellence Award-winning 4th edition of the Survival Medicine Handbook, and designer of quality medical kits at store.doomandbloom.net. With the devastation caused by the recent hurricane, I realized that I had written plenty about storm safety, but I hadn't done a video on it for several years. I have some updated thoughts that I'd like to share. Every year around this time, the U.S. can expect storms to menace the east and Gulf coasts. Despite this, many citizens still find a way to be caught by surprise, with more than 100 deaths caused by Hurricane Helene. It's important for the family medic to be ready. Hurricanes can certainly be dangerous, but they don't have to be life-threatening for those who prepare. Unlike tornadoes which pop up suddenly, hurricanes are first identified when they're hundreds if not thousands of miles away. We can watch their development and have a good idea about how bad the situation might be and how much time we have to get ready. Even before it's clear that your area is in danger of being hit by the storm, you should have considered factors like food, water, power, and shelter. Here are a few tips to help those preparing for the worst while hoping for the best. The first and maybe most important is to make a good, that's G-O-O-D, get out of Dodge decision. Rugged survivalists may want to ride out the storm, but many coastal residents would be best served by hitting the road. When the authorities say it's time to evacuate, you should be ready to go. Don't forget to turn off the power, gas, and water before you leave. Generally, you should head inland, although that doesn't always work, as Helene proved by devastating western North Carolina. Hurricanes do, however, gain strength over warm ocean waters and normally lose strength quickly as they get further inland. If there isn't time, most coastal municipalities will have designated a sturdy building as a hurricane shelter. Know where yours is. Have a go bag. Always have a set of supplies ready to take with you on short notice. Non-perishable food, bottled water, extra clothing, flashlights and batteries, a NOAA weather radio, medicines, and a first aid kit are just a few of the items that will help ensure your survival. Although you'll see recommendations to have a 72-hour supply, this figure is arbitrary. A week's worth would be even better. Have a cell phone charger. Communication is key. Many cell phone chargers can be plugged into the car, and solar chargers are also available. Have cash on hand. Power for credit card verification could be down after a hurricane. If you don't keep some cash and small bills on hand, you have a power shortage. That is purchasing power. Let's say you haven't received an evacuation order and you're going to ride out the storm in place. Here's some considerations you'll want to take into account. We'll start with food. Keep it cold. Have the refrigerator and freezer down to their coldest settings so that food will take longer to spoil if the power goes out. Collect ice. Collect ice in plastic bags and place them throughout the fridge to prolong freshness. If there are open spots, fill plastic containers with water, freeze them, and place in the spaces. The fuller the fridge is, the longer the items in it will stay cold. Wrap it in foil. Wrap food items in aluminum foil, eliminating air pockets, and cram the foil packs together as closely as possible. Cook them and freeze them. Cook meats before the hurricane gets close and freeze them. As cooking requires fuel, have full propane tanks or charcoal briquettes in your supplies for when the power goes out. Keep it closed. Don't leave the refrigerator door open when deciding what food to take out. Visualize where a particular item is and then open the door. Close it as quickly as possible. Of course, there are always perishable items. Eat them first, save the canned goods for later, and don't forget to buy a hand-operated can opener in case of a power failure. Very important. Let's talk about water. There's water everywhere, but floodwaters are usually contaminated. Have a stockpile of 5-gallon bottles of clean water or a plentiful supply of smaller bottles. Fill the tub. Fill every bathtub with water. You may think this is overkill, but every member of your family needs at least a gallon of water a day. It goes fast. Drink the melted ice. As refrigerated ice in containers melts, don't waste it. Use it as an additional source of drinking water. Hot water heaters. They hold, well, water. Hot water heaters have gallons and gallons of drinkable water. Don't hesitate to raid them if you get low. Turn off the electricity or gas and follow the instructions for removing water for your particular brand. There might be some sediment you'll have to filter. Speaking of filters, make sure you have one. Handheld filters like the Life Straw or Sawyer Mini, or larger ones like the Berkey, can be useful to deal with questionable water. Know how to disinfect it. Don't expect debris-laden floodwaters to be clean enough to drink. Have some household bleach available to make water safe to ingest. 8 drops per gallon should do the job for clear water, 16 drops for cloudy. 16 drops of tincture of iodine will also work. Make sure to allow 30 minutes before drinking to let the chemicals work their magic. These are just some of my thoughts on hurricane preparedness. In our next video, I'll add some more tips that'll help you keep it together in the next cyclone, even if everything else falls apart. This is Joe Alton, MD, that old Dr. Bones, wishing you the best of health in good times or bad. Thanks for watching.
Hi, Nurse Amy here. Just wanted to remind you guys not to forget to visit store.doomandbloom.net for all your holiday shopping, gifts for birthdays, Mother's Day, Father's Day, any day actually. If you want to help somebody survive a first aid issue, make sure you go to store.doomandbloom.net.